Mikel Arteta's reaction to Emile Smith-Rowe shows how much he's changed his mind. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta once indicated he thought the world of young Emile Smith-Rowe, but his proposed move to Fulham shows that the Spaniard's mind has changed. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta once gave a telling reaction regarding the promise Emile Smith-Rowe. The Spaniard has led Arsenal to back-to-back second-place finishes in the Premier League, going blow for blow with eventual champions Manchester City. But one star player who has not really contributed much in that time is the young Englishman. Once touted to be the future of Arsenal and forcing his manager to crack a smile when speaking about his future in 2020, the creative attacker has been hamstrung by injury and poor form. He is now on the verge of being sold to Fulham in a $35 million deal, showing just how drastically Arteta has retreated from his admiration. In 2020, when Smith-Rowe was breaking into the first team, this bid would have been swiftly rejected. But now, with the player out of form and the promise he once showed dwindling, it seems as though Smith-Rowe will leave the club he has been with since the age of 10. Speaking to Sky Sports back in 2020, Arteta smiled in excitement as he heaped praise on his young gun, saying, "He's a player with very specific qualities to play in those pockets in that position as an attacking midfielder. I am excited to work with him. I have been talking with him, and I have followed him during his spell on loan. I think he's someone who can be pretty impressive. I'm pleased by what I've seen from him. He needed that exposure and he looks more mature now. I think he will be in a much better place when he comes back in pre-season." The young players want to be important, they want to take the important numbers, and I like that. It's a good step, and they can be important in the future, but it's up to them to decide that. Arsenal's manager added later during the 2020-21 season, "He's scoring his first Premier League goal. An incredible season for a number 10 of Arsenal means he needs to score 15 goals and give 10 assists. Then you are right up there with the top guys in Europe and in the league. He's got the ability to do it, but he hasn't done it. We need to stay calm with him, give him the right support, and step by step, I think he will be getting there." Yet, a groin injury in 2022 kept the midfielder sidelined for some time, stunting his progression, and in the past 3 seasons, he's rarely started in an Arsenal shirt. Last September, Smith-Rowe addressed his future at Arsenal after making his first club start in 499 days, saying, "Being at a massive club like Arsenal, we know there is so much competition. It is always going to be challenging, it is always going to be difficult to cement your place in the team. I have just got to keep believing in myself. Coming back and not quite getting back into the team, I have had to stay strong in my head and try to stay as positive as I can." However, it now looks as though the club have all but let the midfielder go, with Arteta seemingly throwing that smirk he once exhibited when speaking about his ace to the wind, telling reporters after Wednesday's 1-1 friendly draw in the US against Bournemouth, "There are things happening in the background with Smith-Rowe, so we felt it was best not to use him." As such, it seems that the player once tipped to replace Mesut Ozil in North London will soon go west and join Marco Silva's side. Mikel Arteta's reaction to Emile Smith-Rowe marks a significant shift in how the Arsenal manager views the young midfielder, illustrating a broader change in his approach and strategy. Initially, Arteta was highly supportive of Smith-Rowe, integrating him into the first team and praising his potential. However, as challenges emerged, including injuries and inconsistent form, Arteta's stance appeared more cautious, reflecting concerns about Smith-Rowe's reliability and fitness. Recently, Arteta's perspective on Smith-Rowe has noticeably evolved. The manager's latest comments and decisions suggest a renewed confidence in the midfielder. Arteta has indicated that he is reassessing Smith-Rowe's role, possibly reflecting improvements in the player's fitness, performance, or alignment with the team's current tactical needs. This change in Arteta's view is significant. It highlights the manager's ability to adapt his strategy based on the squad's dynamics and the individual contributions of his players. As Arsenal moves forward, Arteta's evolving stance on Smith Rowe will play a crucial role in shaping the midfielder's involvement and the team's overall approach. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta once held Emile Smith Rowe in high regard, valuing the young midfielder as a key part of his plans for the future. Arteta's initial enthusiasm for Smith Rowe was evident in his frequent praise and the significant role the midfielder